Hello YouTube, this is Bash, bringing you week 4 of the UPC League against Bidoof and the Buffalo Bidoofs. His team consists of Groudon, Mew, Excadrill, Rotom Wash, Mega Houndoom, Venusaur, Linoon, Weezing, Tyranitar, Conkeldurr, Leavanny, Suet, with the Z captains being Mew and Venusaur, with Mew being allowed to run Munium Z. My team consists of Lugia, Blaziken, Tapu Fini, Mega Absol, Cobalion, Porygon 2, Electros, Golurk, Shaman, Garchomp, Qwilfish, and Cryogonal, with my Z captains being Shaman and Garchomp. So, this is my first time using my new team because we made, as you probably saw in the last video, the last announcement, we made a couple transactions with uh, getting Lugia, Shaman, and Cryogonal. So, and when looking at Bidoof's team, he's double weather teams with Tyranitar and Excadrill, and Groudon, Venusaur, and Mega Houndoom, which is very scary. So, seeing that, I kind of prepped my team around both, so I can handle both in a way. Mew, he doesn't really like to run offensive Mew. Looked in the past. Both Groudon is a huge issue. That's why it's an S tier pick. But it can. I mean, the drought kind of causes it to lose its weak, kind of like the weakness to water, but it can still get hit by grass and ice type moves. So that's a pretty good thing. Um, Mew, he doesn't like to run offensive, more utility. Excadrill, very fast, very scary with sand. With sand up, can be quite an issue to a team if it doesn't have the proper checks. Rotom Wash can be very bulky and can be very annoying to deal with the team. Don't really think it's coming though. If he brings sand, I could see it coming, but if he brings sun, I don't think Rotom Wash is coming. Mega Houndoom is actually very low key scary. It does have base 115 speed, but with and it does have a decent attack, but with its sun up, even a flamethrower pretty much does like 75% to like a Lugia. Like he doesn't even need to click the Dark Pulse. Flamethrower does more in the sun um than Dark Pulse, I believe. That's just scary. Um and as you see, I try to have like maybe like in 1 or 2 months I could kind of handle Mega Houndoom. Venusaur, his is a sweeper with Excadrill, but it's for the Sun Sweeper, which I kind of thought it would come, but like I wasn't really worried about it. Linoon, I have a really good check to Linoon in my Cobalion, because Cobalion naturally outspeeds, and it's +6 extreme speed, only does like 20-30% to my Cobalion. So, and then I can just click close combat and just take out Linoon. Weezing, Weezing is kind of annoying because a lot of my mons are kind of physically offensive, and Weezing's just a tank physically, defensively. So I'm kind of expecting that to come. Tyranitar, if he brings Excadrill, if he brings Sand, he's bringing Tyranitar. If he brings Excadrill, he's bringing Tyranitar. If no Excadrill, there's no way he's bringing Tyranitar. It doesn't really do well. Maybe only all it does is really possibly is beat my Lugia. Conkeldurr, really thought this would come. This thing is really annoying, and my best check is Lugia. Leavanny would just come for sticky webs, and Subat would be really annoying if he brought it with Calm Mind Simple. Ability Simple basically gives +2 to instead of +1 for Calm Mind each. Yeah, that could be annoying. So let's get into the team I brought. So I brought Lugia. I brought it more physically physically defensive to deal with Concounter, and I brought these three. I brought Roost, Psychic, Earth Power, Ice Beam. These coverage moves allowed it to hit pretty much his entire team except for like Mewish. I yeah, pretty much everything, because Psychic hits Venusaur, Weezing, Conkeldurr. Earth Power hits Excadrill, Mega Houndoom, Tyranitar, and Ice Beam hits Groudon, Venusaur, Leavanny, and Swoobat. And the only thing it doesn't really hit is Rotom Wash, Mew, and yeah, that's about it. Rotom Wash and Mew, and Balloon is not really that defensive, so it can't really take that much. So it's a pretty good set. Roost for reliable recovery, and Multi-Scale, which is really good with its defenses. Next, I brought Shaman, my Meadow. Very physically defensive, because this is my check to the sand. It has Seed Flare, Psychics, Leech Seed, and Synthesis. Seed Flare hits pretty hard on everything except for Venusaur, Mega Houndoom, and I guess Leavanny. Psychic is there for Venusaur if you try to bring it in. Leech Seed is for if he decides to switch out, and I don't want to make that much of a big prediction other than Venusaur, so I could just click Leech Seed and Synthesis for reliable recovery. I probably should have brought a couple different things. Maybe like as you'll see in this match, I probably should have brought something other than Leech Seed. Maybe. Let's go into the next mod. Michael Ballion, Braveheart. It's Air Balloon, Rock Polish, Swords Dance, Close Combat, Zen Headbutt. So if he doesn't bring Lanoon, or if Lanoon's taken out, I could just bring this in. This thing, I could set up on the Excadrill or the Tyranitar with the Rock Polish. I outspeed Excadrill at a Jolly, I believe, in Jolly 252 speed. I believe I outspeed it in the sand if I click Rock Polish as he sets up the air balloon, and then as he takes out the air balloon, and I click Close Combat to take out the Excadrill. Plus Zen Headbutts for the for the Venusaur and the Conkeldurr, so, and the Weezing. This thing is kind of walled by Mew, so that is my main goal to take out this match. If I take out Mew, I could possibly set up and win with this Cobalion set. Next is Choice Scarf Garchomp. I put max speed, I believe, on this because I wanted to. I forgot which one I wanted at speed. It might have been Adamant Excadrill in the sand with Dragon Claw, Outrage, Earthquake, and Crunch. Outrage basically destroys his team if he doesn't bring Excadrill because he doesn't have a fairy type. So Outrage just hits everything. It two shots about everything on his team, depending on their sets, except for Weezing. If Weezing's physically defensive, yeah. It doesn't two shot him, I believe, but everything else it two shots. Dragon Claw just because I don't want to click Outrage all the time. Earthquake to hit just a really good stab move. It can hit a lot, and nothing really wants to come in on it on an Earthquake unless it has Levitate or is flying up in the air. And then Crunch for like mons like who are just annoying, like Mew, Swoobat, that kind of thing. So next I bring Cyberduck, Porygon 2 with the Eviolite and Analytic. To be honest, I like running Analytic because in this match, especially with two setters in the weather, I didn't want to bring Trace just in case I trace that. download, and plus like if I trace the solar power, I don't want to get reliable damage on me. Download, I could have brought download, but I just thought analytic worked better in this with this team, especially with his fast mods and the possibility of sticky webs. I brought recover, toxic, tri attack, ice beam. Very especially defensive. This was my kind of best check in this match to Mega Houndoom and Venusaur. Um, so yeah, that's a so um toxic just to get some toxic damage off on things. Tri attack hits pretty hard against most of his mons, and ice beam just for the hit the mons that tri attack can't really hit. Um, and then last mon Tapu Fini, 160 HP, 220 defense, 128 speed, enough to outspeed Mew if he runs like maybe a couple speed or like a couple speed IVs in it. Try to outspeed Tapu Fini. Um, I brought Combine Surf, Grass Knot, Ice Beam. This mon I should not have brought. I should have brought Assault Vest Electros. I had it in my prep before, and maybe like 2 hours before the match, I just switched it from Electros to Tapu Fini, which I'm pretty upset about, as you'll see in the game. So Tapu Fini, um, this thing can sweep his team really once I get rid of gets enough chip damage, or take out a couple take out like maybe Mew. Tapu Fini just sweeps. So let's go into the match. So he brought Groudon, Venusaur, Mega Houndoom, Linoon, Weezing, Mew. So seeing his team, he did not bring Sand, which I was very prepared for. So I was like, I put a decent amount of prep into that. So that's kind of like irritating to me. Seeing this Tapu Fini basically wins as long as some of his checks are gone, like Mew is gone, and I don't get weakened down enough for Linoon to just take me out with the extreme speed. So, and I need to watch out for possible Solar Gleam, Mega Houndoom. So let's get into the match. So I'm gonna lead off Lugia in case he just because I was thinking he either led Groudon. I thought he was gonna lead Groudon to get a Stealth Box, and I had Ice Beam, which hit it pretty hard. So, but he leads Mew. I had a feeling a Toxic would come. So I switch out into Shaman because it has Natural Cure, and he goes for the Super Fang. Not reviewing anything about his set other than Super Fang, but at least I know it's defensive. At least on my leftover recovery, and I'm gonna go. He has Light Screen, and that's really annoying. I know he brought screens last week. I should have been more prepared for that, but it's very annoying in this match. And I just could go for Leech Seed to get more recovery, so he can't really stall me out. So I'm gonna go for the Sea Flare. It doesn't do much to the Mew, and he's just gonna set up rocks, which is kind of annoying. And he reviews the leftovers, which at least now now I know that life screens aren't around for like 8 turns or whatever it is, or 6 turns, which is a lot better than it could have been. And I'm just gonna go for a Sea Flare again. I get a crit, but he's just gonna soft boil it off, and he's just gonna get reliable recovery. But this just brings my Shaman back up to 100 full health, which is very good because I basically win the stall battle. I predict the Venusaur coming in, so I go for Psychic, and he just goes for Soft Boil and goes back up to full, and I just get the Leech Seed recovery. So I'm going to switch out predicting the Houndoom to come in with my Choice Scarf Garchomp. He's going to go for Super Fang again. Over prediction, obviously. And he gets the rough skin damage, and I just get the leftover, the Leech Seed recovery at least. And now I'm kind of pressuring Mew, and he's going to have to switch out. And I'm going to click Dragon Claw just in case he goes out to Weezing, because I don't want to click Earthquake. And he goes on to Groudon, and this it reveals that he's max HP. So I switch out into Lugia because this could deal with it pretty well. And he switches back out into Wheezing. Now, I don't know if he's probably predicting Tapu Fini or Shaman. So it was a pretty good switch for him. But Lugia, I'm going to go for Psychic on Wheezing because this thing stops Garchomp and Cobalion from putting in a lot of work. So I want to get rid of this quick. But he shows the Papaya Berry, and that's just annoying. And he goes for Toxic and takes. And I get now Lugia is severely crippled because now he's on a timer. And right here, I really wanted to make the prediction into for Earth Power on Mega Houndoom, but if I didn't, it would just get more toxic damage off. If he stays in, it just gets more toxic damage off, and it's gonna be really annoying. So I just go for the safe play. I should have just gone maybe for the middle ground play and clicked Ice Beam just in case. But as you'll see, he's gonna bring in Mega Houndoom on the Psychic. I kind of regret that. I wish I almost clicked Earth Power, and that would have done so much, and that would have made a huge difference because Mega Houndoom is about to, as you see, he'll put in a lot of work as he's gonna go for the flamethrower, and look at that, it does so much to my Lugia, and Lugia is so bulky, and at that point, Earth Power, if I clicked it twice, it would have taken out Houndoom. So that I misplayed, I guess, a little bit there, and now I'm gonna have to sack Lugia. He switches out. I could have gone for a Roost there, possibly just in case. I should have probably went for the Roost to probably keep this alive, but I didn't, which is unfortunate. And he brings in Mew, and this thing dies, and Lugia just dies to put toxic damage. So now that he's into Mew, we'll go back into Shaman because Shaman stalls this thing out, and he makes a great prediction for the Leech Seed and goes into Venusaur, and now depending on the set, I get one shot by Sludge Bomb, and so I switch into Porygon 2. Now this is where I didn't think clearly enough, because right here he's gonna go for the Hidden Power, and I thought it was Hidden Power Ice from my Garchomp, and the only way it does that much damage is if he's Choice Specs, which, as you'll see, will come in a huge part later, this mistake of mine will come in huge later. So he switches down to Mew, and thinking he was Choice Specs, I clicked Toxic to predict the switch out, but this kind of ended up hurting me because now Mew's Toxic, but with a Synchronized causing my Porygon 2 to be Toxic. And now my Porygon 2, my answer to Mega Houndoom and Venusaur is on a timer as well. So, and he's just going to stall it out, and I'm going to go for a recover myself to get back up to full. And I'm going to switch out, going to Shaman. And he set this all the screen again. So now, I'm going to try to make a prediction of Venusaur to come in. Probably should have just gone for the safe play. Maybe I probably should have just gone into, because I didn't think, I probably should have switched. Again, making a prediction, or not making this prediction, because now Mega Houndoom comes in again for free, which is very annoying. And this thing threatens me so much, and now he's gonna get a crit, which matters in this because Porygon 2 easily eats this, and he goes for the Dark Pulse, trying to get the flinch, and I get the recover off, but now I'm getting more toxic damage off, and I'm not as high as health as I should be because of the crit, and he's gonna go for the Flamethrower, and I'm gonna recover off again, trying to get rid of this light screen as long as I'm trying to keep a high enough of a health, and I'm gonna go for a Tri-Attack here because I had a feeling he would stay in. I want to take out the Mega Houndoom, and that's down, and my Porygon 2 is gonna go down to basically this next turn, which is very frustrating for me. He's gonna go for to Lunoon, just extreme speed. Um, it's very frustrating for me that crit, but like it might have mattered, and it kind of mattered, but I'm not gonna really make a big deal of it. Because I made a bunch of misplays in the game too that kind of caused um the situation I'm in at right now. So like the psychic twice, I clicked psychic twice on the mega the Houndoom coming in when I should have clicked another move to just put some damage on it. Like Houndoom would have been dead already if I didn't if I clicked Earth Power on Lugia when what I should have. Um, he goes into Wheezing, and I just click Outrage because Outrage two shots everything. Because at this point, I know with Lugia that this thing is specially defensive. So Garchomp puts two shots everything on his team, and one shot's Lunoon if it stayed in. So I just I click Outrage twice, and I get the confusion, but he's gonna go into Mew, and this is probably where I should have stayed. I don't know. Maybe I should have stayed in and clicked Outrage again, but I make the switch into the Shaman to stall this thing out again, and he's gonna set. He's gonna go for the Super Fang, and I get the reliable recovery with leftovers, and I'm just gonna. He's gonna go for Light Screen, and I'm gonna go for Psychic, predicting the Venusaur just in case, and. Now he's gonna stay. I believe he stays in. No, he switches into the Groudon, and I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed. And this bringing me pretty high up. And he's gonna go for the Fire Punch, and I'm gonna go for Sea Flare, get the special defense drop. But if that if the light screen wasn't up, Groudon would be dead already. He goes for the Fire Punch, takes me down with the drought with the sun on. It does a pretty good amount to my Shaman, and now I'm just gonna have to kill this thing, the Psychic. So I probably could have tried to stall this out because of the um, but I decided not to because it's kind of like I probably should have stalled it out, tried to stall it out with the sun. Maybe I should have switched out into Tapu Fini and try to waste it that way because Fire Punch doesn't do much to my Tapu Fini. Because as you see, he's gonna bring in Venusaur, and with the light screen up, it's gonna be really difficult for my Shaman to break this, and he's gonna go for Growth, and this is where everything just I just lose. I just lose from here because I'm gonna sack my Tapu Fini because Tapu Fini doesn't do much for me the rest of the match. Shaman beats Mew, Cobalion beats Lanoon, and Garchomp just two shots everything on his team and can outspeed possible some mons. So Tapu Fini not gonna do much. Mew kind of beats it with the Mew, and Lanoon kind of beat it. So plus Venusaur beats it, and that Sludge Bomb takes me out. I could have switched into Cobalion, making the risky play, predicting that, but oh well. I'm gonna make the switch into Garchomp, and he's gonna get a crit, which I don't think it matters. I'm trying to just waste Sun turns to possibly let me win this game. I was wondering in the match if Scarf Chomp beat outsped Venusaur, but it doesn't. It didn't. I asked Bidoof after the match. He ran enough speed. He spread uh 9 more speed IVs to to outspeed my Garchomp. So he outsped me by 9 points, not in the sun. In the sun. So oh wow. So Garchomp goes down. Now I bring in Shaman, trying to make the play, thinking he's gonna click Sludge Bomb because I thought it was HP Ice on his Venusaur, which I should have known. it wasn't, because in the sun, with HP Fire, it does more against my, which is why I thought it was like I thought his specs HP Ice in the beginning, and he clicks HP Fire and one shots my Cobalion, and it's GG. No chance of coming back. Lanoon takes out my Shaman. Done. And it was kind of frustrating, um, but Bidoof outprepped me and outplayed me. So I want to thank him for this match. And his team was very good. And hopefully we could come back after this. We're now 1-3, and we're gonna have to start pulling out some wins if we want to make a chance at make a playoff race. So, and next week I believe we're playing Kurt. So, and his team I believe is really good. Let me see. Kurt Kurt has a very good team. He has a lot of threats on his team that can beat me. Um, so this should be a difficult match, but if we could pull out a win there, it could put us back in this playoff race, and hopefully we could get there. Kurt was sitting at the same record before this match as me, and so beating Kurt next week could be huge and boosting us above them and putting us back in the playoff race. So hopefully we'll perform better. And good game to Bidoof, because Venusaur, I just didn't have answers for it once Porygon 2 was gone. So GG. And Bash out.